prolong this for a really long time. April 1st, Facebook actually cut off my account and blocked it off. They didn't delete it, so it's still searchable as Go Rawness. But now I started a new Facebook page calling myself MedjoolingDate. Yeah, MedjoolingDate. Yeah, you guys like that? Yeah. I'm gonna go hard vegan this time around. Stop cheating myself, stop cheating my temple, and promote good health. So I've seen a lot of progress in it. Been testing myself back and forth like a guinea pig. But yeah, real time showing. Says April 1st, 2016. Wish me luck, guys. Peace. 4/2. About to be midnight. Day 2 of trying to be clean. I went pretty hard today. I had a smoothie this morning. Bunch of bananas. Stayed vegan for the most part and hydrated maybe about like 3 liters of water. But at the end of the day, there's like this team meeting and they had cheesecakes out and chocolate covered macaroons. It was dark chocolate, so I got tempted and just went ahead and put a couple in my mouth and started eating away. Soon enough, my mind started wondering, was like, what's in these macaroons? Looked in it, there was some eggs. But then after that, there's a half-cut slice of cheesecake, and I just went at it. So day 2, I already messed up. I'm holding myself accountable, but I'm not taking it as a negative thing. You know, once the realization's there, I did what I did, then I can move on and learn from that. Tomorrow morning I'm going to be a little constipated. I'm actually lactose intolerant. I know that the dairy from all that's going to really mess me up in the morning, but I'll wash it down with water and start the day new tomorrow. Thanks, guys. Day 3. Let me get you guys watch real quick. Boom, check it out. Day 3. Let's see. There it goes. 4/3. Today was a successful vegan day. I went all out, had a smoothie, went for a walk, got a little nature in, sun soaked. I got distracted later on in the night and saw one of those maple cookies laying out at work, and I was like, oh man, I want it so bad. But I realized I had a bunch of vegan snack bars with like nuts and dark chocolate, all this good stuff in it. I went in the back, got a drink of water, hydrated, finished off some snack bars. Hi guys. Had a great morning, finishing off smoothie. Got 12 bananas in, a bunch of stuff in the smoothie. Got hemp hearts and all that stuff. Stoked for having my hair down. I don't have work. Can't really wear your hair long when you're at work. Stuff gets in the way, kids pull at it, all this stuff. It is 4/4, noon instead of midnight. I didn't have work in the morning today, so I woke up, went for a run, spoke to this beautiful soul that I might be partnering up with, starting old ideas, mesh in, coexisting, and throwing it into the blender and producing something awesome. I can't wait to share that with you guys. One thing that was really cool that happened today was hanging out on the porch, closing my eyes, drinking the smoothie, eating all these bananas, and listening to the sound of the earth. So amazing how there's different varieties of species out there, birds, chipmunks, all sorts of insects, bees. They're just making their own beautiful music, and it all correlates with one another, it seems like. Yeah, when I opened my eyes after closing it for so long and just embracing all the sounds, I saw a completely red cardigan fly from one side of the backyard to the other side of the backyard and right back again. I don't know if it was telling me like hello or something, but anyways, I keep looking, and then there's a squirrel that goes underneath this like bird feeder, and he's like eating all these things, and there's this little bird with like all gray black back, and in front of it has like awesome like pattern. It's like red, white, black, a couple other colors I think, right on his chest, and it was just like bouncing closer and closer to the squirrel, and the squirrel didn't seem to mind. It kind of teaches us, you know, like different species, different races can really coexist. All I have for you guys today. Peace. April 5th. It's 8:44. I'm super early. I'm off completely today. Pretty excited about it. A lot of things to be done. Last night we ended up closing really late. I got out at 1 o'clock. Decided to stay back and help the crew. They cooked pizza for us. Okay, put it out there. They cooked pizza for us. Um, Luckily for me, I had some thinking done. I was like, you know what? I can't go hard with the pizza. I need to do something. So I talked to the chef, since they're making the pizza, not just heating some random pizza up, to not have cheese on it. So I had some pizza last night. Um, so that includes gluten. It probably includes sugar. Um, Usually when that happens for me, whenever I have pizza with cheese, it backs up my system so bad that I can't have a smoothie and hurts in the morning. So we'll see how today goes without the cheese. Um, I wanted to mention, a friend was asking, why am I doing all these videos? Um, well, it's kind of like a documentary of myself and what I've been going through, so it could help other people that can relate to the whole symptoms that I have. The main thing that I have is hypoglycemia. I am 3 stages to diabetes. A little short story here. Growing up, I was fed a traditional Asian diet, Eastern diet, and it was considered rice, soy, and fish mainly. Definitely fruits, and a bunch of other vegetables here and there. Nothing Americanized until I was 18. I decided to be rebellious, and I had more freedom with the foods that I picked. So naturally, I went towards the foods that all my close friends were eating, which were pizza, lasagna, hamburgers, fast foods. I binged this for 3.5 years and got completely sick. That's all I ate. And sometimes I remember even having like chips and maybe like other treats like donuts and cakes for a full meal. Not really hydrating so well. So I started having all these problems. I was had hypertension. Um, I'm now hypoglycemic, like I said. I have gluten allergies. I'm lactose intolerant. Um, all these things I wasn't really familiar with or aware of. So I was just like, oh, might be something wrong with me. Maybe I was dropped as a baby when I was a kid. Like, who knows? I was just so many things happening. So I actually went to the doctor and got my blood test. I figured out I was definitely hypoglycemic, going towards diabetes, and the doctors actually told me to go ahead and take out the fruits, and I didn't really understand that. They said to increase your fats and increase your proteins, and so from there, I started doing that, and I was feeling even worse. So I did some Googling and learned more about Douglas Graham 80-10-10. Soon after that, I met Christina, the Fully Raw, at a grocery store. It was kind of crazy. She definitely gave me more knowledge, and I learned a lot. But this is the reason why I'm doing these videos, is documenting my progress. Haven't been hydrating well, and as you can see, my lip has cracked and busted open. It's April 6th. It's 10:26 right now. The lady I said I was partnering up with, she invited me over to her house yesterday to work on some projects, and pretty much just hung out at the house and did a couple things, made some soup, had a great morning, started off with some smoothies, probably a dozen bananas again, hydrated, then went straight there. Although I didn't think I was going to be there that long, so I didn't really bring any food. I had a couple bars that I left in my backpack for emergencies. End up sharing that with some of the kids. So I didn't really eat that well or hydrate that well. Still, let's say April 6th. Just got back from work. During lunchtime, drank some more water. Had some cauliflower and bread that I made the other day. It didn't turn out that exactly like how I wanted, but the taste was super good. It wasn't as fluffy, but a little playing around with it, I'll figure it out, I'm sure. For lunch at work, I had a usual really big salad. Maintain my 2 to 3 hours eating, so um, right after the salad, I had one of those protein bars again. I know I need to find a better alternative for it. It's been keeping me a little dehydrated, but um, keep my insulin up, so it's good for my hypoglycemia, like I was saying before. Um, yeah, overall, it's a really good day. I wanted to note that during work, I had a bunch of like drippage going on, like condensation from the cold bike ride yesterday or the morning. It also could have been that a lot of people at the house I was working with were sick. So knock on wood. Hope it's not that. But that was just a quick update. Peace, y'all. Peace for now. Hey, everyone. It's MedjoolingDate here. Just got home from a really awesome day. I woke up early, had a smoothie, had a bunch of bananas. Um, Felt really good, hydrated. And then a friend of mine who I was telling you about that we're partnering up with decided to call me over to the house to start prep work. I end up cooking, say, 2 meals for about, say, like 3 to 4 clients. Um, Helped her with a smoothie. She had a couple juices made, and she's starting this whole like catering business. She had her kids around too, so I got to cook them dinner. Made some spring wraps and super awesome salad for them. Forgot. Today is it's 4/7, April 7th. It's been a good day. Just been hydrating and I don't know. Can't say any more, so I'm just gonna call it a night. Peace, peace. Just got home from work. I know it's only a couple more minutes till midnight. I want to shoot this video real quick. The time is 11:59. Did a lot of good work today. Didn't do any prepping, but got a lot of errands run. Setting up this business. Got another workload done at the normal job. A job I don't want to be at, but it's definitely helping me out right now. So thank you for the grocery store job. Bless, bless. I've been eating really well, just staying on top of being clean as possible, being vegan. One thing that struck me today was part of being vegan takes away from eating honey. And honey is supposed to be like very medicinal because of the pollen, and it helps you with allergies and stuff. But I brought up the subject today somehow, and this girl came up and she was like, my mom's been putting honey and pollen into my smoothie like every morning, and lately I've been having all these allergies because of that. So I'm definitely going to do more of my research, but if eating honey considers me not vegan, then I'm going to do more research on it, but I'm still maintaining a high fruit and veggie diet. Day 9 review. Today is the 10th, Sunday, April 10th. See if you guys see that. See it? Sweet. Day 9 was double. Had an early morning start. Worked with a bunch of kids at the gym. Had a bunch of water. I missed out on the smoothie because I ran out of banana. I had a couple of vegan bars again. I know the vegan bars have been really like dehydrating me, but I made sure to get in a lot of water. In the midday, I went over to Paula's house. That's the lady I've been working with, and we've been prepping food and chopping things up. She made a super awesome curry, really awesome soup. I wasn't there for all of it, but I got the prep work part done for the most part. I made a really awesome smoothie, had that during that time, and then rushed to work. Had a good day at work too. Everyone had ordered Domino's, and they're having pizza to treat everyone for the good work. And I strayed away and picked up some broccoli broccoli chips. They're just bran oil and broccoli. I guess it's dehydrated. They're just so yummy. I filled up with that, so that wasn't that much there. But at nighttime, after everything was done around 11, I went back to Paula's house and got that soup in, and that was so nourishing. It was like a party in my mouth. That's what I was telling her. So the nourishment came in, my body felt light and refreshed, and then the spices started tingling in my mouth, and I was like dancing all around. It was super amazing. Spent the night there. She actually went off to California, San Francisco actually, to do some work out there, and so I'm here holding down the fort. And here's a jump into day 10 as well, in 10 morning. As you guys can see, it's July 10. It's 3:18 actually over here. Did not have a smoothie like usual. Went out with my family to eat brunch, skipped breakfast right before lunch. I done a bunch of shopping, grocery shopping for them, and we stopped by this like Asian, I want to say like cuisine place, and the only vegan thing there was like this tofu fried rice. I know like fried stuff is just horrible for me. The thing with me is whenever I eat rice, I start lagging like really hard. I start getting really slow, even though it's really good carbs, not a lot of fat. The rice converts into sugar within like 15 minutes in my body. I start craving for all this stuff, and my mind starts slowing down. I have like this food coma. I literally had like 2 bowl size, like this big, 2 of those. The dish came with 3, and I only had 2, so now I'm feeling the lag really hard. I'm glad I stayed clean. I didn't dive into all the chicken wings that they were eating. Pho is a Vietnamese noodle soup, and my dad actually had that and had a bunch of stuff in it, which I didn't have. So yeah, I'm pretty grateful. I'm about to go into work right now. Today is the 12th of April. This is a review for whole day of 11. It's still early this morning. It's only 8 o'clock. And yesterday, oh man, yesterday was awesome. Started off with a beautiful juice. It was had ginger, cayenne pepper, cucumber, garlic, bunch of kale. I think I put an apple in there, lime. It was just so great. I had some inspiration that morning of starting off with this, instead of the usual routine smoothie, a juice, just really light, and allow my body to cleanse out a little bit. In the evening, around 1 o'clock, I had like I want to say 2 apples and like a few mangoes, some sauerkraut, all the good stuff there. Probiotics in there, got some fiber, got some good glucose in, so my body's feeling really light. I didn't want to do anything too drastic or heavy. And then later on, I started up a bunch of projects, made some gluten-free, dairy-free, yeast-free, sugar-free, soy-free bread out of my bread maker, and got some dehydrated crackers going. It should be done this morning. I'm going to test them out, let you guys know. Today, I'm going to start off with a smoothie, actually. I'm going over to Paula's house, and I'm going to be hanging out with her kids and her mom. I'm going to make some smoothies for them for the day, and see where the day takes us. I know I got like raw spaghetti going later on in my mind, but who knows where the day is going to take us. Day 12 review, April 13th. Yeah, yesterday, a little catch up was, I ended a business relationship yesterday. I've been telling you guys about working with a friend that has pretty much the same kind of ideas as me and same approach, incorporating plant-based and all that. But I was talking to my dad about stuff, and he didn't like how things were going, and I personally had a weird vibe about the whole thing. For me, it was really overwhelming. Prepping food, I was on the go. I feel like it's not for everyone. Yeah, so I just completely ended it, starting my own thing again. Just baby steps, every day, just doing what I can instead of doing it real big and, having everything rushed. Had a big smoothie that morning, snacked out through the evening, had a bunch of good vegan food. At the end, I had some zucchini spaghetti that I made. It was really good. This morning I woke up just to cleanse and get some water going, and picked up a bottle that I haven't touched in a few days now. I had some chia seed in it. Check it out. I don't know if you guys can see it. Look what's in there. No baby sprouts. It was not my intentions to have any sprout in there, but it's beautiful, when you're doing the right thing. A lot of signs come up, and it tells you, the world tells you, the earth tells you that you're on the right path. Hey, MedjoolingDate. I just bought this basil package here from a local grocery store. Put it in a dark jar. First day. This is just a documentary. See what happens. I had this thought about bananas. I bought a bunch of bananas the other day to make smoothies, and I saw a new one that just came in. These are the ones that I usually get. Whole food brands. It's a fair trade certification. This one's actually from Peru, so they're nice and yummy. I'm gonna do a sample tasting of one of these, and I'm actually gonna compare it to this new one that just came in. This one's also fair trade, but this one's from Ecuador. I know the ripeness is like a little bit off. This one might be a little bit sweeter because it looks like it's a lot darker, but look at the top of this root. It's completely black compared to this one over here. It's yellow still. So I'm thinking this one will be sweeter. So let's see real quick. Yoink. This one versus this one. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. It tastes like a banana. Alright, I'm gonna go with this one. Banana. Hello. Bananas. I'm gonna try one more bite. Okay. Well, this is my final decision. This one has more of a tart taste. Like they plucked it off really early, didn't ripen it correctly. But this one, oh my goodness, so sweet. There's no tartness at all to it. Even though the stem was kind of yellow, it was more spotted and darker on the skin. And this one was completely black, so I was figuring it's almost done. But the skin isn't as black. So here's a comparison. So yeah, just a thought. When you pick bananas, try to pick them spotted in the middle versus telling from the stem. Just because how the stores store them and ripen them. I've noticed that when I first get my bananas on the very top, tippity tops, there's a bunch of like plastic holding it back from ripening. And this one, I didn't take it off till later, but this one I took it off right away. And maybe that has something to do with it. I continue enjoying my bananas. Talk to you guys later. Peace. This is day 14th. I'm doing a night 13th review in addition to morning 14th today. Last night was pretty awesome actually. I had a great zucchini salad that I made. Imitated like spaghetti in my mind. Had a lot of beets in it and carrots. It felt really appetizing. Felt really nourished. And then later on, I had a couple of Think bars. They're all vegan. Only thing I didn't like about Think bars, the soy. And what my understanding is, soy is a vitamin inhibitor, and so I ate that as the very last thing. So it wasn't really inhibiting any other vitamins because I wasn't putting in any more vitamins. Yeah, that was that. Came home really late from work, crashed out. So I'm making this video right now and this morning. I'm planning on eating a bunch of bananas today, a bunch of mangoes, a bunch of apples instead of my usual smoothie, just to give it a little variation in my meals. I'm excited, really excited today. Got a SCOBY coming in the mail, really high-end, organic, premium SCOBY, part of the kombucha brewing process. I'll be making my own kombucha. You guys probably already know this, but kombucha has really good probiotics, good enzymes for the lower gut intestine area, help the body boost its immune system. Wish me luck. I'll tell you guys more about that later. April 15th. You guys probably see that. This is a review for night 14th and an update of today. Yesterday was a pretty good day. Shot a video in the morning, made some bread, made some crackers. The only thing that went wrong yesterday is I fell into eating a vegan sandwich that my dad asked if I wanted to order out. I kind of got some triggers and just went with it. The bread probably had a bunch of yeast in it. It wasn't like, the greatest bread in the world, but I felt sluggish afterwards. I continued to feel sluggish throughout the night because I didn't hydrate well, and I started eating some of the crackers that I made. Oh, that's the thing. With dehydrated fruits and vegetables or any snack that you dehydrate, you take the water content out, so naturally you'll be pretty thirsty. And in my mind, I was just snacking away, watching videos. I didn't really think twice about drinking water, and that's always been my downside ever since I was younger, is not hydrating well enough. So now that I know that, this morning I tested it out. I went into the bathroom, and hopefully this is not TMI, but I went a little pee-pee and it was totally yellow. It was gross. Normally my urine is a lot brighter and lighter, so that's definitely one of the reasons. I was really dehydrated last night and didn't drink a lot of water. I read somewhere 3 out of 5 times that you're feeling hungry, you're actually feeling thirsty. So next time, when I ever get that hunger trigger, I'm going to think of water first before I think of food. And that way when I hydrate, I can potentially absorb the minerals better and then, like I said, stay hydrated. Today is the, the 16th, April 16th at 4:03 right now. Just got finished with one of my jobs. I had fun with the kids this morning. I was in a rush to get out, so I didn't have breakfast. That's a big no-no. I went ahead and bought 2 liters of water, finished it up, and right after the first liter, I luckily had a bag of hemp hearts. If you guys know already, hemp hearts has a lot of protein in it. Just kept the fuel going, a lot of omegas. It's got a complete fatty acid, so it absorbed really well, gave me good minerals. Has magnesium in it too to absorb the vitamins. Oh man, felt really great that morning. And then so I came home in between jobs to make myself a hearty salad for the nights. So I'm gonna get that in tonight for sure. A little note on yesterday. I felt really backed up because that sandwich I ate. Yeah, never again. Whatever was in that bread, it just my gut really didn't like it, and it just backed me up real bad. At work, at night, last night, I forgot to mention that it just cramped up and I couldn't go to the bathroom. I went to the bathroom this morning, luckily. Again, sorry if this is TMI. You can only really tell if your body's functioning well according to your stool, and so I'm very keen on looking at it and diagnosing from what day, what meal does what to my poo-poo, my urine too. So You can tell from all sorts of things, but those are two main things. Of course, your skin color, bright and vibrant. That means like you're eating well and your liver is functioning well, your kidneys, all your body parts are functioning well. So I feel like for the most part I have a pretty good glow. You see this big pimple on my head right here? Boom. It's actually dying down. It's from all the bars being dehydrated and a couple other stuff that was in the bodybuilding bars. And my body didn't like it. My skin definitely didn't like it, so it broke out there. So no more of those. Yeah, yesterday morning before the sandwich, I had 14 bananas, a big, huge smoothie with like at least 7 or 8, and then I had, a bunch more on top of it, probably another bushel. And so I'm saying it's around 14. And so usually my body just flows if I don't have anything to back it up, but I did have that sandwich, so that kind of ruined it there. But tonight should be good, and I'll see you guys in the morning. The 17th of April. Woke up a little late today. Got a ride over to Whole Foods. Bought some ingredients for the week. Can't wait to show you guys this. Look what I got at Whole Foods. Holy shit, look at that bad boy. Thing is huge. Oh, luckily, it just called to me. It was just like smelled so good. I've seen it a couple times there before, and it never called out to me. I looked at it today. It looked super ripe, and so I was like, okay, I'm gonna cut this bad boy up. I'll probably show you guys a video on that pretty soon. Started off pretty well. Had a bunch of water when I got up. Dad totally hooked up with some kombucha. I had one of those like beet drinks. It's like a shot about this small. It has beet juice in it, celery, lemon, I think a couple other ones. But it's really, I could have made it myself. I guess I like the bottle, like the splurge a little bit. Bananas are in the house. I'm gonna finish these up. My dad stopped by this Puerto Rico chicken place. I had all these triggers. I let one of them go, and I didn't buy any chicken or anything. Bought some yuca fries, so I'm gonna probably demolish that later. Some starch. I know it's cooked. I know it's fried. It's probably really bad fat, but I'm hoping that I'll run it off and get to use some of the nutrients from it. I'm not using any dipping sauce, so no butter, no egg. Last night's review was pretty much, I had that salad that I was going for, so I did good by that. Then after that, I had some plantain chips. Most likely it was fried. There was no extra salt or anything. It was a sweet version. And it had palm oil in it the next morning. I was just really tired because I stayed up just messing around on the internet and editing some websites and stuff. But I'm excited because my flour mill came in. Think about making some flours today, making bread from the flour instead of like store-bought. I'll tell you guys what else is going to happen for the rest of the evening. I know I'm going to make like some kind of dinner for tonight because I got to go into work in a little bit. 4/18, April 18th. This is going to be the 18th update and night 17 review. Last night was great. Had a great old salad yesterday that I didn't quite finish. I had probably like 4 or 5 bites left. Put it in the fridge. Spiralized some zucchini. Threw it in there. Put a lot of love into it. A lot of seasoning. And a couple more ingredients. So I finished that up last night. Felt hydrated. Made sure I ate every 3 hours to help my hypoglycemia. Yeah, just stayed clean, no eggs, no soy, no dairy. So it was a good night. This morning it felt great. Got inspired to drink a lot of water, eat this yellow honeydew. Look how beautiful it is. Look at that. Whoa. I'm gonna have that this morning. Drink some coconut water. Open up that jackfruit. Yeah. I'll show you guys that later. Peace, peace. Hi guys, it's MedjoolingDate. This is the basil plant that I bought from the other day. It's been 3 days now. The only thing I did different with it was I put it out in the sun for like a few minutes, and I saw that the leaves were curling up because too hot from the sun or too cold from the air. So I brought it back in and left her. She's doing amazingly well. So excited. Thinking about opening up this jackfruit today. I got plastic trash bag that I flipped inside out so I can dispose of all the shelling. It's actually going to go to compost. I'm saving it. I'm not going to dispose it. But for now, while I'm building a compost bin, I'll go ahead and save it and store it away. Got a couple bags so I can put the jackfruit in there. So here it goes. The fruit's ripe enough. You can actually just put your finger in it. So I'm gonna look for the softest spot on here and just go for it. Ready? I think I found one. Ah. It's actually tougher than it seems. I think I got a better spot over here. Oh, there it goes. See, it's splitting open. Getting closer. Oh, I think I see one of the jackfruits. It feels kind of like a grapefruit, like skin. I know it's ripe enough because it smells really delicious. The reason why I didn't want to use a knife because I wanted to protect the jackfruit seeds and not cut any of them open because I was thinking about saving them, maybe having some jackfruit trees. It's been a great morning so far. I had that yellow honeydew from Guatemala. It's absolutely amazing.
Look at it coming open. You see this?
Oh, look at that. There goes one of the seeds. Isn't it beautiful? Look at that color. Jackfruit itself. Oh wow. It's so sweet. Oh my goodness. Kind of want another piece now. Mmm. I picked the right one. So I don't want this video to go on too long. I'm gonna keep going at this, but I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. This is round 2. This is how far I gotten. I know I said I didn't want to use a knife, but it got really sticky. I had all this sticky stuff on my hands. Latex, I heard it was called. But the inside of the jackfruit looks like a bunch of hairs, and in the middle of these hairs, there are these fruits. And to get them out, you pretty much have to separate the top part. That connects really a stronger bind than the bottom. And what I do is like, you ever seen those claw machines where they come down, they reach for a toy, like an arcade system? I kind of feel like I'm doing that right now with the seed or the fruit. Then after that, I have to separate the top from the fruit. I'm only saving the ones that are perfect. It's like still whole. It's collecting the seeds over here. But the ones that accidentally break, I'll go ahead and eat. 3:15. It's still the 18th of April. I just got finished cutting up that tasty fruit. I was gonna call it a durian, but it's a jackfruit. This is actually what I got out of it. I actually got a full bag. I'm taking this portion of it for lunch tonight because I wanted to continue the fruit. I'll show you guys the seeds too. It's pretty neat. Check this out. So the seeds actually came out like this, and then when you deshell that, there's this like liquid and it dries up super fast and it protects the seed and turns it white. Cool. So I'm gonna save some of those and plotted one in the soil. So we'll see next few weeks here. I'll keep an eye out for the sprout. And then I made myself a juice, continue a light meal. This is an 18 ounce, well it was 16 up to the top, but I had extra, like another cup. So let's say 18 ounces of really delicious juice. There was beets in here, apple, kale, both colors. So the reason why it was so dark. But man, I'm feeling so light and so wired right now. Felt like I just drank some caffeine without the side effects. So yeah, just wanted to give you guys a quick update. Morning, everybody. Today is 4:20. Time is 12:24. Had a great morning. This is an actual review for night 19th. Yesterday I shared a vegan burrito wrap looking thing with my sister. Had some spiralized zucchini, spiralized carrots in there, with some lime. I didn't feel like I had enough time, so I got a little lazy and bought a thing of guacamole. Uh, Made sure there was all good ingredients in there, and we used that as the sauce. It came out pretty good. I ate a bunch of it. I think I ate 3. They're each like about that big. Pretty filling. This morning I woke up to a lot of water and juice, 16 ounce. Well, actually it was 18 ounce again because I overflowed it. Totally drank it up. It was yummy. Right after that, I had a bunch of pulp left over for continuing the crackers, dehydrated crackers that I've been making. Made a good batch yesterday, tested it out this morning, shared it with fam, and they seem to like it. So, plus up there, 2 thumbs. Going into work in a little bit here, and so I need to make some food. I used all of the salad mix that I bought the other day, I think yesterday actually, but I put it in the back of the fridge and it totally froze up. So I decided not to use it for a salad because by the end of the day it'll be all thawed out and all gross. So I decided to dig it straight into the juicer. Made some really good juice this morning. So I'm looking forward to that, and tonight's gonna be a salad. Good morning, world. The 21st, I believe, of April. It's 11:03. I just woke up. Well, kind of woke up a little while ago. Did a little Facebook browsing and get some motivation in for the day. I really want to thank you out there for, all the people that are doing good to themselves and sharing it with others. Put a shout out to Christina, Fully Raw. She's so fun. I told her that in a little tweet this morning. Props to you, doing it good. Carly Shen, props to you, brother. Peacing out, double thumbs up. Yeah, there's a lot of good people doing good stuff out there. I really appreciate them. Last night, I got that salad in. It was an awesome basic salad. There was mushrooms in it, onions, garlic, ginger, sesame seeds, some spiralized zucchini from the salad before. That's another thing I wanted to touch up on is when you're eating a salad, you prepare it, you have a really big meal. Feel free to eat as much as you want, but if you don't eat it, don't throw it away. There's so many people out there just like hungry for food. You feel blessed. Try to save your food as much as possible. You can put it into the next meal. Another thing that's on my mind is honey. I made a video a while back, I think it was actually on day 8, about honey and being vegan. I'm gonna go ahead and step it up. I'm gonna consider myself vegan all the way and get rid of honey, just because right now cows are mass manufactured. They're not really raised properly with like love and intention. Honey can be the same. With bees, it can be the same way. So right now I am gonna go hardcore vegan and get rid of the honey completely, because I feel like the world is not ready for people investing in honey, just because it hurts the bees. And overall, I'm doing this to have love and compassion for the animals that can't speak up for themselves, just as much as love and compassion for myself and other human beings that are on a healing journey, and put that out there. And so this morning I woke up to some awesome water, thinking about a smoothie. Checked on my jackfruit. It is dehydrating properly. It's really tasty, it seems. I'm gonna taste some out later on, let you guys know. Probably gonna go for a morning run, get a little jog in, bring up my metabolism before I start the day. I'm off the whole day today, try to be as productive as possible and get things going. Today is April 22nd. It's 10:03. Just woke up this morning, went straight to the camera. So I just wanted to wake up and give you guys the first spill of what happened last night. Cause I should have done an update last night. I got so caught up in my day off that, I didn't. So here's the catch up. Yesterday evening for the smoothie, I worked out. I ran for like 3 miles, came back, did ab workout, lower body workout, did like 120 push-ups, not back to back. So I wanted to give that a break. Came back, had an awesome smoothie, a really big one. 18 ounce again, just overflowed. And then what did I do? Oh yeah, I finished up dehydrating the jackfruit. Oh man, tasty, tasty chips. So that's good there. It's nice because on this blends, or this cleaner eating, if you don't prepare yourself and get stuff made early, then you really have no chance, because you're just like, oh, where did I go? What did I do? Like, where's my food? What did I eat? So fruits aren't ripened, salads aren't prepped, and all ingredients together. I mean, who wants to eat like a salad that just like literally just lettuce and avocado? You know what I mean? You gotta put more love into it. What I've noticed is the more love and intention that you put into your food, the more intention and love that's received back from that food, and you get more nourished for a longer period of time and more appreciated. So goes around comes around, right? So yeah, after that I totally just got online, started fixing all my social media accounts, and I found a couple of old posts from Facebook, and so I linked it to the sites that I'm going on now, which is pretty cool. So I'm getting the flow of social media back. Hey. Um, and then I watched a couple of more videos on other people doing, the same thing similar as me, just putting out good information, sharing their love and experience for the world. I appreciate you guys for sure. Duran Ryder is one of them. I've been following him, and Freely the Banana Girl. They've been killing it so far, living a really healthy lifestyle. They're only raw until 4, but it's not for me to judge anyone where they're at and what their approach is. It's just basically sharing information. So if it helps you, great. If it doesn't, I'm not a doctor. I'm not here to tell you what to do, what to eat. Everybody's different. My expression is everybody's purple. There's no race, color, creed, even diet, way of life, whatever goes. It's, new world out here. So it's just, everyone's doing their own thing. I don't even want to talk about the whole transgender. It's just pretty intense. But yeah, that's another topic. So at nighttime, I went to Chipotle, didn't feel like cooking. Had 2 massive veggie bowls. So that's rice, cooked black beans, green salsa, sauteed green onions, and guacamole and lettuce. 4:26 a.m. That's right, the 23rd, Saturday, April. The reason why I'm up this early is 1, I had to use the bathroom. 2, I'll get to that in a second, but I want to do a quick review of yesterday. It was an amazing day. I had all through the morning. I woke up with a great smoothie. I went through a bunch of bananas throughout that morning. I got a bunch of water in, dehydrated some new crackers. I made an awesome salad. I took a picture of it. So let me get to this. The reason why I'm up this morning so early and I couldn't go back to sleep is because my stomach's been really bugging me. The past 2 or 3 weeks now, it's been bothering me ever since I've been on a higher alkalizing raw vegan diet. This might get just a little TMI. I feel like I have intestinal worms. I've been taking this Health Force intestinal drawing formula, putting it in my smoothie. What this is personally doing is not getting rid of the bigger guys, it's getting rid of all the little guys. The little guys are disappearing, but the big guys are still there. Have you ever gone fishing before and had to open up a jar of worms? They are really slippery, moving, intertwining with one another, and they're just, oh my gosh. That's what I'm feeling that's inside my stomach right now. I've been tossing and turning all night. They've been wiggling and pushing onto my stomach, making these weird gargling noises. If you guys ever had your stomach growl before, it's not because you're on an empty stomach. It's because the worms inside you are on an empty stomach and they're crawling looking for food. And this is my personal experience. You guys can ignore this if you want. Think it's, not everybody has this problem, but I honestly think that this is the issue with me. Organic Olivia, one of the girls on social media right now, is pushing out a formula that has gotten rid of most of her intestinal worms. She also has gone vegan, and the reason for it, what I've learned, is dead protein, especially eggs, feed into these worms and they grow from it. The study goes is every year they grow an inch depending on how much meat you eat. Each meat caters to another type of worm. I personally haven't been vegan very long. I've started this whole thing because I wanted to stay solid and concrete with it. That's why I'm documenting my progress. But before that, I've been having these tasty noodles, and these things are egg based. They're really gooey and chewy, like 14-hour brewed broth that's obviously made from cow bones. It's very nourishing. It's got a lot of good vitamins to it, and it makes your bones and teeth and hair stronger, but overall it's not vegan. And the egg noodles have been feeding into these worms. And so I have these there, can't go back to sleep right now. Every time I lay down, these worms keep moving in my stomach, keep making all these weird noises, and it's creeping me the out. Tomorrow morning, I'll go to a health store, find some serious worm flushing. Some of the stuff that's in here, I can read it to you guys right now. There's slippery elm bark, sprouted flaxseed, sprouted chia seed, marshmallow root, nopal cactus, carapods, kelp, plankton leaf, zeolite clay, activated charcoal, volcanic bentonite clay are exactly what it says. It says intestinal drawing formula, so it's pushing it out, but it's not getting rid of them. Sick of having these guys in my body, just ruining my mood, having me think of crazy stuff. So I'm gonna push forward and see what I can do. Today is the 24th of April. I had a pretty good day yesterday, minus the fact that I skipped over my salad. I had some chips that were laid out at work for everyone to eat. They were quinoa-based chips. I guess I let my cravings get to me because I went for the chips, snacked out on a couple of them. For dinner, instead of having my salad that I brought, I finished off like half the bag of chips. Some people used to call me a chipivore. Hopefully that's not coming back, you know, knock on wood. Not a good thing. Because I definitely felt it today. I was a little backed up. But I did wake up, drank a lot of water, brewed a thing of tea of the parasite cleanse that I'm starting. I went to the store yesterday and bought a bunch of herbs. I'm definitely going to start with that every morning now to get rid of these guys, get my mind thinking better, to touch up on it. You know, the parasites that we have in our bodies from touching animals or petting our pets or whatever. Eating meat, dead protein, it all feeds into it. Me personally, I've been feeling it, the aftermath of it all. So I feel as though like you're not on a vegetarian or a vegan diet, you're pretty much feeding into those worms. It just sounds so weird just to say that, but it is what it is. And you're feeding into those worms. Those worms are happy. They're just laying in your stomach dormant, just chillaxing, waiting for food to come. But when you do get on a vegan diet, you actually suppress their appetite and they get wiggly, like running all over the place and looking for food. My mom was telling me, actually, I called her and talked to her about it. She went on a vegetarian, now vegan completely for the past 12 years now. She said during the process, like the last few years of her vegetarian state, that she actually pulled out a worm that was in her stool, 13 inches long, she said. That's just super weird, you know? And she didn't take any detox or parasite cleanse. So if she can do it, you know, I can do it with the cleanse, maybe more efficiently. I'm definitely going to put her onto the cleanse too to get rid of whatever excess she has left in her gut. When you have those things in you, they control your cravings. Now there was no like dead protein in there, but something about those carbs feeds into my food addiction. Now it might very possibly be the candida that's growing. Had a really bad sugar craving, carbs craving for a very, very long time. That was my go-to thing. You know, I used to eat a lot of Krispy Kreme donuts, so sweet and gooey, and now transitioning out of that, I want to create that same type of foods for everyone to enjoy, turning myself into like a little food snob, you know, in a positive light, of course. I just have a very fine palate now to what I'm used to. I want to be able to create the same goodness for people that are moving in the right direction, who want to change, and give them a bigger variety of options that's not out there yet. 25th of April. Yesterday night I had Chipotle, actually twice. I had it for lunch and I had it for dinner. A thought came to mind about, you know, transitioning into today, feeling all those feelings yesterday. I was kind of really stuttery yesterday, like I couldn't get my words out. My brain wasn't functioning like as quickly. And it used to be quicker when I was on raw foods, and I made that connection there. I was like, okay, you know, cooked foods. What is it? What is it that Chipotle has that may be contradicting my healing process? Thinking that the grains, the brown rice, the black beans weren't soaked, and maybe they're using like fluoridated water. So all that stuff is adding into the degression. I'm thinking about recreating the vegan bowl from Chipotle to be a soaked and sprouted grain. Instead of adding some of the salt they use, I'm sure they probably use like sea salt or something. I need to look up. Or if they're using ionized salt, that'll be pretty gross because I'm pretty sure there's like maltodextrin in it. Hinders the progress again, you know, because I have hypoglycemia. I already have insulin problems, and if I'm adding stuff that has insulin resistant or spikes my insulin, it'll be no bueno. This morning I woke up kind of late. I had I don't know, I felt like it was like a little cloud of depression. A part of hypoglycemia is you know, I do have that depression. At night I was talking to my dad about it, and he was just like brushing it off like, oh, this guy's feeling a little moody, you know, he's probably on his thing. It's not that at all, you know, it's there. Vegan Gains actually had a really good video on it recently, magic mushroom helping with depression. So if you guys are following Vegan Gains at all, props to him. It's crazy that depression was really there, so I just like didn't want to get up, didn't want to have anything to do with like life, if you will. It's kind of weird having me say this, but it's better that it's out there than it's bottled in my head, because when I was younger I had this feeling that I had ADD, and it probably was a combination of ADD and depression. But when I went to the doctors, he was like, yeah, you know, you strictly have depression, that's all you have, here's some pills, take this and see how you feel. And I was like, I don't know about pills. And then later on I found out that actually a handful of cashews is equivalent to an antidepressant pill. So I was like, okay, this sounds cool. So lately I've just been keeping a bag of cashews in my backpack, but I forgot to eat them last night. Or it was the Chipotle cooked food slowing down my body. I just feel as though whenever I'm on raw foods, I'm really light, really intuitive. I'm gonna focus on that and try to get back to it. Part of eating raw foods is if you don't have that good prep time, you don't have that quality, diverse tastes of flavors in your mouth. And like I said in a couple videos before, I'm kind of like a food snob now. I want things to be a particular way before I eat them. And so maybe I have to get out of that mind state, because would I rather feel the negative emotions, the negative roller coaster that's going on in my mind, than opposed to like just eating some bland salad mix? I think I'd rather go with the salad. Still alive, still living, so I need to put that back in my body. 26th of April. It is 7:53. I got on Chipotle again. I was just feeling really hungry. Didn't have time to get back.
Like I said, we hungry.
Line of the grocery store that I work at. I panicked and rushed to Chipotle. Right before Chipotle, I had insulin drops. So I nourished it with some cashews. Felt really great. And a protein bar that was vegan. It was really good. All in all, I hydrated well, ate good foods, and moderated everything. But at the end, I still wanted Chipotle. It is what it is. But today's a fresh new day. I'm supposed to go hiking. I'm off today. Going to the Shenandoah Mountains. I'm not too far away. I'm going to read a couple of things off this book here so you guys understand a little more about hypoglycemia. So what is hypoglycemia? Hypoglycemia is a low blood sugar. Hypoglycemia is not a disease. It's a symptom indicating that something has gone wrong in the complex machinery that prevents hypoglycemia from occurring. Under this normal circumstances, hypoglycemia never happens. Finding of hypoglycemia indicates that one or more of the regulating process of the body are not responding effectively. I'm gonna show you some more stuff on here. Boom, look at this stuff right here. This is some of the symptoms. So it says if blood sugar falls rapidly to a point below the normal symptoms, the base of the production of endocrine adrenaline. These symptoms include sweating, weakness, hunger, rapid beating of the heart, a feeling of fear of anxiety. Yeah, fear of anxiety, man, that's a little underworded. I feel like sometimes I have like these crucial anxiety attacks and they're just like stressing me out. If the blood sugar drops slowly over a period of time, the symptoms are headaches, blurred vision, mental confusion, double vision, incoherent speech. It also says coma, which is very rare, and convulsions, which is also very rare. Speaking of incoherent speech, I feel like this is a part of the anxiety attacks, because when you get to that state of mind, it's so stressful, so overwhelming that you don't understand what else to do with it, because you feel like you are functioning properly, but then again in your mind you know that you're not functioning properly. Talking to people, it can get really stressful because you think you're acting normal and you think they think you're acting normal, but you know they know that you're not acting normal, if you get what I mean. Next part strikes the hammer on the nail right here. If hypoglycemia persists over a period of hours, a number of possible symptoms result. Outbursts of temper, extreme depression, prolonged sleepiness, restlessness, negativity, personality changes, which is kind of crazy, emotional instability, and mechanical behavior. Mechanical behavior? Yeah, it sounds like something Just really sketchy altogether. Philip, in his review of 480 cases, stated that 70% of patients that have been previously told by physicians your symptoms are all in your head, just nerves. 78% had been diagnosed as neurotic, 63% as psychoneurotic. Dr. Phillips listed his findings: fatigue and exhaustion, 87%, irritability, 89%, nervousness, 94%, lack of concentration, 42%, spells of weakness, dizziness, tremors, and cold sweats is 68%. Palpitations and tachycardia is 54%. Inner trembling is 57%. And gastro symptoms 68%. Yeah, I've definitely felt all of this stuff that I've been reading here, on and off, depending on, my insulin levels and the situation at hand, whether I'm working with people or working by myself. Here's the treatment part of it all. Treatment, boom. Alright, check this out. Treatment. Functional hypoglycemia consists mainly of diet. The diet program includes moderate meals in between snacks and before bedtime. The main points must be kept in mind are meals must be on time without exception. That is totally true. I testify to that. Snacks are essential to providing a level of intake of nutrients. Absolutely no refined sugars or processed products or caffeine may be eaten. This is also true. I feel as though here's the part where it gets kind of iffy. I always go with according to my body and how I feel. Personally, when I eat a lot of meat, I feel really heavy, really sluggish, so that's why I don't eat meat. But this thing includes all meat, fish, poultry, and seafood. This book also says all dairy products, egg, milk, butter, cheese, and yogurts is needed, and I don't think that's on my agenda at all, so I'm gonna pass on that. Nuts for sure is good. Now nuts can be overwhelmingly high in fat if I just overdo it. There are certain times that I've bought a whole pound of cashews and it's no good either. Old-fashioned nut butters, which is good. No sugar, no honey added. Whole grains, rice. With the whole wheat thing, I have a gluten allergy. I feel a lot of bloating in my lower intestines, just heavy fatigue, so I don't feel like that's really all necessary. All vegetables and fruit. Not listed on the next page. Well, it doesn't say all that, but fruits and veggies, woo, woo, woo. Let's see. It says avoid all sugars, including honey, molasses, white flour noodles, and pasta products. White rice, which is so true because white rice and most pasta stuff converts into sugar in my body within like 15 minutes. I have all these cravings for like cookies and pastries and all this stuff. It says to definitely avoid dates, and I don't entirely think that's true. It's raisins, other dried fruits high in sugar content. I don't feel like this is completely true to a certain extent, because the other day I had dehydrated jackfruit. I had no problems with it, but the day afterwards I had maybe, I want to say, almost a pound of dehydrated jackfruit, and that was a little bit intense. I felt my insulin level just swinging a little bit, but with a little bit of hydration it went away completely. The reason why I have this thought in my mind is I know that I've been on a high raw vegan diet, just eating only fruits and vegetables, and I've eaten a high content of fruit during the morning all the way until 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's been no problem as long as I kept my fat really low. If you guys are familiar with the 80-10-10 diet, I've been kind of following that a lot, just trying my best to be on top of it, but at a very low fat rate. It's very easy to digest a lot of fruit content, natural sugars that come with the fruit, and normally in the morning I'll get anywhere from like 10 to 12 bananas minimum. That's including the smoothie, so it could come up to like 18, 20, there's also a 30 bananasaday.com website. It's so awesome for people to realize that there is that fluctuation, that extremity. If you bring your fat content all the way down, there's a lot of testimonies as well as people doing really well on it. I'm excited for my hike today. I got 2 big papayas ready, a whole bag of oranges, and a bunch of raw vegan snack bars. So no processed, no garbage. I'm gonna bring a bunch of water today. Today is the 27th of April. Yep. While having breakfast, I had a bunch of water this morning, followed by the parasite cleanse. Ate a bunch of bananas, as you can see. I think I got like about 14 of them in, all in one sitting today, which felt great. Felt really full. Yesterday, did a huge hike in the Shenandoah Mountains. I had 2 pineapples in the morning, a whole bag of oranges, and felt really light and great until I started eating really heavy fats. Had a bunch of cashews. I kind of overdid the cashews and ate a bunch of more stuff similar to it, like almonds, walnuts, and then what really got to me, I felt like, was the chocolate bars that I had. It had oats in it, and usually, through my experience, whenever I have oats, I feel really bloated, but not realizing that with the bars, I just shoved them in and ate them because I was hungry. Yeah, so that brings me to the thought of a video I watched back in the day by Dr. Sebi on the electric diet. You guys can probably YouTube that and look it up. The idea I got behind it is that by eating your sugars first before you eat your fats, the sugars actually break down a lot quicker than fats. So when you do the opposite, it's called mixing, and your body's working on breaking down the fats. And let's say it takes about 5 minutes to break down the fats and 2 minutes to break down the sugar. Your body is still currently breaking down that original fat which you're eating, and then you're eating sugar after that. It's just sitting there and mixing into the fat, and so the fat and sugar slows down your processing system, which slows down your immune systems. Well, that's what I got out of it. Notice that whenever I do eat desserts after I had like a heavy fat meal, it all slows down. That night also, when we finished the hike, all of my friends wanted to go out to a taco joint, and I didn't want to just deny them that. I went over and had a vegan quesadilla. I took out the cheese, took out the sour cream. Ultimately, it wasn't that great for me because the flour most likely had weed in it, and it made my stomach really heavy. Every once in a while, I'll do that, and I'm thinking I will lessen that now that I know the feeling. I just don't want to feel bloated all the time or ever. So next time what I'm going to do is bring more food along, and that way if these guys end up wanting to go out to eat afterwards, I can still eat and partake with them, but have my own food. Most restaurants will not cater to an all raw vegan diet with a bunch of allergies, a bunch of stuff I personally can't put in my body. Either 1, don't go out with them, or 2, bring some food that I'll be able to digest and be okay with it. I'm about to go into work. Today is the 28th. It's a little later in the afternoon. Been working all morning, looking for ingredients for making a cake. Got pretty inspired. Laura Miller, I'm following on YouTube. She's saw one of her cake videos. One of my family members had a birthday recently, so I decided to make a good cake. I'll take a picture of that and show it to you guys later. Last night was good. Had a salad. Felt great. This morning I did a detox with the parasite cleanse. Came home, had a big smoothie, had a bunch of fruit afterwards, made the cake. Took a few hours to do it, and it's cooling down right now. I'm waiting for the sugars to come to room temperature so I can slice it. Lunchtime, I kind of fell off. I had 2 sandwiches, vegan sandwiches. I took everything out I could possibly think that could have been wrong with the sandwich, dairy-wise, so I can keep it vegan. My dad really bought it from this new restaurant that just opened up. I want to support new restaurants as much as possible because not everyone has the time during their day to actually make food. The best way to vote, I feel like, in this country is paying with your dollar. So that's a way of keeping them in business. So right now, I feel kind of great. I don't feel like super speedy. I don't have everything like planned out and thought in my head where I can just spill out correctly in this video. I'm already noticing like a lot of stuttering, a lot of like hesitation. I don't know what it is. I feel like it could be the bread. My stomach feels a little heavy because I did have 2 instead of 1. From the last video you guys heard me eating the sandwich, straying off the raw vegan life. My digestion is probably a little stuffy right now. I will definitely keep in mind, try not to do that as much. Tomorrow I'm going to have a salad already. Most of my problems are usually like lunchtime, nighttime. I'm not prepared for it. Today I was kind of focused on getting ingredients, getting the right equipment to make this cake. So I've been biking around town, figuring it out. Today is the 29th of April. It's 2:02. to go into work in a couple hours. I didn't have a salad last night, but I did have a raw cake. It was delicious. See, I hydrated this morning, had a smoothie, made a loaf of bread, gluten-free, dairy-free, soy-free, yeast-free, sugar-free, yada yada yada. All the good stuff in there. Excited because I'm working on these recipes. Eventually I'm going to get my food handler's license and be able to sell it out there, push it out there to anyone who needs it, who have allergies, looking for a healthier option. The other day I wanted to mention that I was outside work eating lunch, and I had my spiralized spaghetti. A couple people just kept stopping, just like, oh, you know, your meal looks great, what is it? I started talking to them about it, and as soon as I put the word vegan out there, people were just like, oh, you could see their hesitation, like, oh man, this guy's like going way overboard, and they just like walked away. I feel like veganism is a fairly new thing. A lot of people aren't ready for it. I'll keep promoting it still, just because I feel like it's the right thing to do, not pushing it onto anyone. Ultimately, that's where I want to be. They always say, you know, where you want to go, just talk about it, and eventually you'll put your dreams in front of you, and you'll get there sooner than later. Today, after this water, after a smoothie, I'm probably going to go grab another sandwich. My dad's bringing home a couple sandwiches. They're going to be absolutely vegan, 100%. The other day, I felt a little heavy eating the sandwiches, but I didn't have that crazy food coma. I had a little bit of like a full stomach because I had 2 sandwiches back to back. Yeah, no bloating, no food coma. I'm gonna keep eating that for a little while. I'm gonna start making salads again. Lately I've just been procrastinating a little bit. Had other things on my mind. I will get back into routine. I need to buy some more vegetables for juicing and making those raw crackers. As you guys know, it's at the end of the month now. Next month I'm gonna start a little challenge for myself, a little fitness challenge, because since I'm eating so healthy, I want to be able to utilize all that nutrition and have my body actually build. I'm not getting as far into bodybuilding or anything like that. I'm not going to be on top of a stage, you know, putting on tan oil or anything. Thumbs up to you guys out there that are actually doing that are vegan, promoting the lifestyle. I'm not going to be doing things a certain way that everyone else is doing it. I'm just pretty much just going with the flow, doing what's right for me, what I feel like it's necessary. Now, it's not going to be 100% perfectly detailed. You know, you live and you learn, they say. For example, baking the breads. It took me a long time to get the recipe right. I made about 10 loaves before I got the right texture, the right taste of one type of bread. And so I'm moving on. I'm happy that I went through that stage. I'm going with the flow, using my creativity, making my own recipes. And so, you know, I do take other recipes and look towards them as a guideline, but ultimately a lot of recipes out there call for a lot of ingredients that I personally would not use. Yeah, I just wanted to put that out there. That's the beeping. My bread's ready. You're gonna go check that out. But next month I'm gonna start doing a fitness thing. Start putting like a regimen together. My plan for this next year is get my personal training certification. I want to have more of a routine, just like I'm having a routine, putting a video up for you guys and sharing what I'm doing on a daily basis.
Good morning, y'all. It's MedjoolingDate here. Today is 4:30. It's 8:30 a.m. I got an hour before work. I want to see if I can make this breakfast and get it in. Check it out.
Here we go.
Some sour ones in there. This one's sweeter.
What if millions of people working together could fix many of the most serious problems of our time, all connected with what we choose to eat? It sometimes seems we face historic challenges, but this only means we have an unprecedented opportunity to make a better world. The future is bright. All we need to do is see it.
It starts with one is all it takes. It starts starts with one. You wonder if you're enough. Just two hands, one voice, one love. But the truth is beating strong. You're the heart that is its song. All across these wonderlands, people start to take a stand, spreading like a wildfire, one life at a time. Oh, it starts with one. One is all it takes. It starts with one step, you're on your way. You're on your way. A revolution starts.
MedjoolingDate here. Today is the 30th, the last day of the month. It is 4:20. I shot this video of me eating breakfast this morning, but I wanted to edit it because it was 20 minutes long. I wanted to put some music to it, like split the time in half. I finished 12 mangoes, a bunch of water before work. Just got back from work not too long ago. I had a big sandwich that I made from home actually, instead of eating out. I know that yesterday, the 29th, I brought those sandwiches to work and I totally ate them. And then before that, for lunch that day, I also had 2 sandwiches. So total of 4 sandwiches that I did not make at home. I felt a little heavy, wasn't sure what was in the sandwiches exactly as far as the bread, but I know that in the sandwich itself there was like fried tofu, and there was fermented vegetables, cilantro, jalapeno peppers, and I stuffed a bunch of avocados in there and mixed greens. Pretty hearty sandwich. Now, if there was wheat in there, I've been off of wheat for so long, I felt as though my body recuperated really well. Kind of got paranoid about the whole situation and looked at some of the French breads that we sold in the store, and all the French bread loaves had wheat in it. I really want to call up to the store and check it out. It's a fairly new store. Last time we called was completely blocked off, like the number didn't work, and they were really busy. The line was like 15 minutes long. I am pretty much done with the sandwiches just in case. Now, if I do call them and they said there's no wheat in it, I might change things the other way. I still shouldn't do it because I know that most breads have yeast in it, and yeast actually adds to the growth of bacteria in your lower intestines. I do not want to add any more yeast to my body. Start making my own food. Again, like I said, the bread that I made the other day turned out a little soft. I need to switch up the recipe a little bit. I know that the bread that I made 3-4 days ago was a really nice consistency, but I used all whole grains. I didn't use any almond flour. This time I did use almond flour, so I need to switch things up a little bit more. That's it for now. I'm going into work. Talk to you guys later. Peace. This video is kind of getting long. Thank you for watching the video. If you guys like, please subscribe. Link here in the middle. Tumblr, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Also, if you have comments, please leave them down below. Anything you want to say, just let me know. Appreciate it. Peace.